Oh my gosh. I was looking whenever I was doing this Restream, and I was like, have we really not gone since February
Like,
12th?
yeah, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So it's been a minute.
Wow. Well,
You've been gone enjoying yourself. So that's a
I've
good
been
reason.
gone. I've been busy. Chris, I know you've been busy like crazy. Your phone's ringing off the hook.
Oh yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. This is this has been a very busy year, I would say, so far. Just on top of all the moving pieces. I mean, it's mid-March and January. There was filing new carriers. There's been a lot of movement and news about rate increases and carriers coming back. Uh, Geez, what else? California Fair Plan, auto pay. I mean, it's just a
Oh,
whirlwind of
absolutely.
homeowners insurance news.
Give me 1 second. I'm making sure our socials are going
Yeah.
live. But yeah, so how was Hawaii?
It was. I love how you say it. You say it again into the
Hawaii?
camera. It was good. I had about 5 days of overcast, so I'm not as burnt. It doesn't look like I actually went to Hawaii, but I did. I have a photo to prove it.
I don't know with AI nowadays.
Yeah. No, it's on my phone. Like I have multiple. So yeah, it was great. Thanks for asking. Um and I guess to start off too, I'm Ryan with East Main Street Insurance, and as always, the handsome Chris Kamara with Cobalt Insurance Agency. We're two local insurance producers bringing you the up to date, most current, or as far as we know, right, information about homeowners insurance. And this is a podcast for you. So, the consumer, if you're watching, you have a question, you have a comment, you want to ask a question, and you can't get a hold of your agent, and you found this stream, please drop it in the chat, and we'll make sure to get back to you with the updated information. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm putting that in the chat as well. Cool. We got a lot to go over. I mean, we've been gone, like you said, about a month, and there's a lot of moving pieces. So I will move to the next slide. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, we had already gone over this part. So moving on. This is the most surprising I'm hearing from other agents and from the carrier partners I have, and where we're writing as well. Carriers who pause writing new business are starting to slowly open up in specific zip codes. Like for me, it's West Roseville. West Roseville is been very, very hard to write, and there's more and more admitted carriers that are now writing there. So it's pretty good.
I mean, I do keep hearing about some of these other carriers starting to gain capacity and starting to change their modeling so that way they can write to it. So,
well, we're definitely seeing that on the excess and surplus side too, because we're getting more of them writing in your area, in Grass Valley, Nevada City, Auburn. There's definitely more capacity for those E&S carriers, and they're all, they all play the game of where should their rates be, and a lot of them are cutting rates now instead of some of these others that are still going up. So there's definitely good things to be shopping.
Yeah. And with that talk about shopping, I guess I should always say, and I don't want to sound like a scare tactic, but you can always move your insurance at any time, but because of how fluid that carriers are filing for rates and or coming back, they could close up in 4 months, 6 months. They could take a rate increase.
And we've seen it too. Absolutely.
So it's always good to shop. It's always good to see what's going on. Don't wait until your actual expiration date of your policy, because things could happen. We are in
I like the little takeaway on the bottom. It's not a free-for-all. We're not there. We're not back in being a soft market, but we are showing signs of carriers re-entering finally.
Yeah.
Hopefully we stay at a very mild wildfire season this year, and that will help move things along.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's just so much more awareness, not only with consumers, but with firefighters and just first responders. I mean, at least in our area, we've had a lot of people get on things very quickly. There's been some chimney fires and house fires here and there, but nothing exuberant. Knock on particle board.
So onto this slide. Last year, State Farm was granted an emergency increase. I can't remember exactly how much the rate was, but they were granted an emergency increase. And they said, hey, if we don't need that, we'll bring it back down. And they finally finalized that rate. So it's 17%. And there are discounts going or refunds going back to those with not homeowner policies, but condo policies and a few other policies, but not HO3. So not primary homes.
Condo landlords.
Yep. It's very clear. They're the largest in the room. They're the biggest carrier in the state and in the country. And when something happens with them, there's effects down the line everywhere else. We haven't seen anything indicating they're coming back. They could come back tomorrow. We don't have that kind of information. Or they could not come back at all this year. I don't know. But it's always a moving piece. And it's another piece of information that we keep track of.
But that's part of that slow trend that we just talked about in the last thing. You know, they're starting to open up more saturation. They're getting their rate approvals. They're going to slowly come back, and things are usually not overnight.
Yep.
It's going to be a slow.
And to be clear, not State Farm. They haven't written a new piece of homeowners business in over 2 years, I think.
Yeah. And they just gave back what, $100 to all car consumers.
That's nationwide, right? That wasn't California specific.
Right.
But that is a good sign. Absolutely. This is brand new today. Did you hear about this? So insurance commissioner and assembly member unveiled a new piece of legislation today, establishing California's first ever science-based standards for testing and cleaning homes. So it prevents, that whole back and forth for years of people filing claims and saying it's not covered and whether or not they've been made whole. So it was a pretty big deal in a lot of the wildfires over the years now.
Yeah, especially the smoke situation too, because I know that they've been getting a lot of pushback on that as well, and they're still in court, I think, from all that as well too, right?
Yeah, now it's moving through the legislature.
Wow.
I was trying to find one of these lawyers that you can file smoke damage claims. Here we go. So smoke damage claims after the 2025 LA fire is what you need to know. So there's still quite a bunch. You can Google it and it comes up. So that's new today. That's everything we know about it. And I'm sure there'll be more details. This one's a pretty big deal. We did post about this, even though we didn't have our House Calls podcast, but we're getting a lot of these from a lot of clients.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you are. I know a lot of other agents are too.
The Fair Plan wave.
Yeah. So what they're doing is they're doing renewal and new business inspections. And if there's anything that they don't like, they will immediately endorse the policy to remove replacement cost coverage, meaning you get actual cash value, which is a lot less robust coverage, and they will surcharge. And we've gotten probably 5 in the last 2 weeks. You probably got more, but I think that's what we've seen in the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Luckily, we've been able to advocate for our clients, and the majority of them are simple fixes, not very large or any monetary fixes. Clean some stuff up, get some stuff taken care of, take the photos, sign the document, and then we bring it back to the Fair Plan and they do it. We did get one client who said, what's going on? None of this makes sense. We looked at the inspection report and they were 100% accurate. We pushed back on the Fair Plan and they removed the endorsement and the surcharge. So it's important to have your broker definitely work with you to address any concerns that you get from the Fair Plan in regards to these letters or endorsements.
Yeah. And that's the hard part, is that these inspections they're not like, because a lot of people have been on Fair Plan for multiple years. So they're looking at inspections from several years ago. And now they're essentially being penalized. So now we've got to provide photos, submit them to Fair Plan, get it corrected, because actual cash value is no joke. I mean, you're basically over-insuring, and you shouldn't be, but you're going to be missing out at the time of claim. And for that to happen right now, in this time of the season, whenever we are, I mean, I hate to say it, fire season, but more susceptible to having fire claims. That's what I should start saying. It's kind of cumbersome, I think, for the consumer.
Oh, absolutely. This is some good news. You can go over this one. This one's fresh too, right? This just came out a little while ago.
Yeah. So, and this Fair Plan is finally able to offer auto pay, which is amazing, because they have, before it was either a full pay or 40% and then several installments. And then last year, was it last year that they started doing the 11? Maybe it was 2 years ago. They started doing the 11 pay. So it's great that it's giving consumers the option, but they were having to manually go in. There was a lot of problem with them getting correspondence on time and then going in and making the payment. So people were getting canceled. So auto pay, and I want to, I guess, reiterate this and make sure this is top of mind, is auto pay is only for consumers that are on an 11 pay plan or a 3 pay plan. If you are on a pay in full or mortgagee bill, auto pay will not apply to you. So keep that in mind. But you can, starting April 1st, go to your agent and apply for auto pay to be done and implemented on your policy. I believe, actually, if you go on to make a payment, there will be a button there. So that way, if you can't get hold of your agent, you can do it yourself.
They can automatically enroll?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
That's what I believe I had seen in one of the correspondence. So
okay.
That's huge, because there were a lot of people that were getting canceled, or they weren't getting their invoices in a timely manner. They're like, get the invoice and it's due in 2 days or the next day. So I'm glad that they finally implemented that and put that into motion. It's going to be huge for helping consumers to retain coverage.
Absolutely. Moving on to this time of year, are you seeing any ants or any bugs or anything in your area?
I mean, I got a great pest control company that comes out.
That's awesome.
But we actually have a lot of rodents right now.
I'm hearing that from others. Yeah, absolutely.
We're seeing a large influx of rodents and them chewing stuff and whatnot. But I don't think there's any pests yet. I think there was that freeze essentially that we had up here, and some really cold weather. So I could only just assume in the next month that it will start to become an issue.
Yeah, I'm hearing it all through the foothills that there's definitely more rodents and ants and things coming out. Like, today's gorgeous, and we had a good string of great weather.
Yeah.
So I think it's when we went from that cold to gorgeous weather, back to cold, and then we're back at gorgeous weather. So something to think about, home maintenance for that. And then
and I think the NFPA put out something too about, now it's kind of spring cleaning. So check your gutters, making sure that they're cleaned and don't have any debris in them. Making sure that the moss is being, because a lot of people have had moss because of how cold it's been on their roof, and then it dies off and leaves. But you should still get up there and make sure that you take care of it.
I never tell a client to get up there. I always use a vendor.
Oh, use a vendor.
Don't
Yes,
climb on your roof.
Yes. Use a contractor. Your favorite one. I don't know. Get out there.
We have one here locally that has done an amazing job, and we've sent them out to clients, referred them out to clients, and they've come back super happy with the service. It's amazing. Like, even my home, I've got a tile roof. I've got a bunch of stuff growing on there that I know either this year or next year I've got to get it cleaned off.
Right.
So, definitely something to look at, especially with how detailed the carriers are doing their inspections now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. The 0 to 5 zone, that's huge. So if you've got trees, limbs, any sort of brush up against your house, you're going to need to get that trimmed back and make sure that you've got your right distances on that.
So for the Fair Plan specifically, they've become extremely picky in regards to trees, not just overhanging the home, but how many feet away, both horizontally and vertically, right?
Yep.
So There's trees that can be allowed if the home's here up to a certain height. Trees can overhang. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or be around. But if they're down here, then absolutely not. They need to be trimmed back.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the distance from not just the roof line, but from, let's say, the chimney. It has to be even further away from the chimney or any other combustible source.
Right.
I don't have that specific. I know I should go
10,
get it.
10 feet.
10 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we just went really quick through all of this. So assuming Ryan doesn't go back to Hawaii because the weather's nice there, we should be back next week.
Not now. I've heard my buddy actually just landed in Kauai yesterday.
Oh, there's a huge storm coming to Kona side on the Big Island too. So yeah. I agree. My family's on the Big Island.
Not for another week, at least. You know, I'm just gonna take a week off, hang out here on the mainland where it's safe, and then maybe I'll go out there. I don't know.
Cool. Well, I know we've kind of put this quickly together. You've been catching up, and I've been a little swamped. So, anything else you want to talk about or go over? I don't see any questions.
The ACV thing is huge. The auto pay thing is huge. The rate increase for Fair Plan got pushed. Obviously, it was supposed to happen April 1st.
Great stuff. Yep, awesome.
That got pushed back, so that's great. Trying to think of what even come across my desk that I'm just like, oh man, this is. I know I'm getting some more Safeco. I hate to say carrier names, but Safeco has, I think, started to push more out. As well too. So
I know you had told me earlier this week you haven't written a Fair Plan policy in quite a while. So you've got carriers, ENS carriers that are taking those risks, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. That's a great sign. We want to be writing less Fair Plan and not have it be the carrier of first resort.
Right. Yeah, and I told my client the other day, I do feel like these ENS carriers, they're starting to come in droves, but they're really, unfortunately, just Band-Aids. I feel like for the next couple of years, they're probably going to be leaned on until these other admitted carriers come back, and then it starts to level out. So,
well, if we can save someone $2,000 one year and then shop them on the next year, save them another $1,000 until things get more normal, then that's a win for our clients, right?
Yeah. Before I got on, I was quoting this guy. It was 8,000 savings. I quoted a lady yesterday, saved her like 4,500.
Those are not inconsequential numbers. That's huge.
It's huge. The hard part is that they're paying Fair Plan these between $8,000 and $15,000. It's just nutty that's the truth, but it is what it is, which is unfortunate. To have to even say that, it's like our hands are tied. I wish we had more options, but we really don't, and we're really at the mercy a lot times of these carriers and what their rates are. It's really just fine-tuning those coverages and making sure you're not paying as much as possible.
Well, I'm going to take a chance or a time real quick and point out that I wanted to go over this. So East Main Street Insurance, that's your agency.
That's me.
It's got 4.978 Google reviews, which is pretty darn amazing. If you look at agents and look at the reviews, what they're getting, this is a great showing for an independent insurance agency. I think, how do I see the reviews? Newest, there we go. So the newest review for you was yesterday. Great service from you, Ryan. And then the other one was a month ago. So these help us get in front of other people and show them that we're providing the services that they're really looking for. We're responsive. You're very responsive. So take a moment to plug that for you.
You're the best, Chris. Let's plug you.
Oh no, my agency hasn't been around as long as yours is. So we're still working on a couple of things.
You're making moves. You're doing things. I mean, you've got great reviews as well. You've got a great team that's behind you, and you've got things in motion to make sure you're helping clients and you're being found and being talked about. So, I mean, can only go up from here.
That's right. That's right. Well, we'll call it early. I mean, I know it's been a few weeks, but
Yeah,
that was a lot of
you didn't have
information
anything
in
on
a
your
short period
desk
of time.
that's come up?
I'm trying to think what it is. We've been really inundated with commercial requests lately, so a little less home. For what we're writing for a home, it's been pretty competitive, and we've got a lot working, but we've been able to help people. I'll tell you, condo is actually pretty competitive lately. So a lot of people that needed condo, there's 2 admitted carriers now that are writing condo and manufactured home. And that used to be super hard to find. Like if you were in Auburn trying to insure a condo, it was the Fair Plan, and that was about it for a good chunk of time. And now we have options.
Admitted or surplus?
Both.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah. And manufactured too. I mean, you and I both are in line for another carrier that's supposed to be coming out in 2-3 months, May or June.
Yeah.
And got some hope that, that'll be another competitive option, and it'll just give our clients more options to make a decision from.
Right. And that's the thing. I mean, because all these other companies, they've got these nuances. It's just crazy.
Yep. Cool, man. Well, we'll call it early, and we'll meet next week.
Next week.